Hey guys, Cash here again. So today we're looking at the deck stacking amulet and how I crafted that. So this one is going to be a lot more expensive if you want to get the 1% increased damage per 15 decks, or if you want the of the order suffix as well. It's not too hard to hit the suffix, but the prefixes are the ones that are a little bit more difficult. So let's get into it. So basically you need you ideally want a eye level 82 base so you could hit T1 decks on the Awakener Slam. It's not completely necessary. But basically this amulet is Shaper, which is where's attributes right here. Increased percent attributes, and it's Redeemer, which is increased decks. Obviously you want T1. So what you do here is you take an Awakener's Orb, you take the two amulets, preferably a base that has dexterity. So either a Jade Amulet, which has the most dexterity, or a hybrid if you need the other stats to get your crit up, such as int and dex. I believe I did that because at the time I needed more strength to get my strength up. Not necessarily anymore for me, but at the time it was. So once you have these, you take an Awakener's Orb, use it on the one first that you want to get rid of, and then use it on the second one last, which is the base that you want to keep. So if we go into the emulator after this, new item, jewelry, amulet. So say we did this on a Jade Amulet, it's Redeemer and Shaper influenced. Our suffixes should look like this. So we've got this and Redeemer mod, T1. So if you're lucky, you'll get this with an open suffix and an open prefix. If that's the case, that's really ideal. The only better situation than that would be if you got this with T1 dex, T2 dex as a suffix. If you get dexterity on the suffix, sweet. That helps a lot. So say you get it like this, you have an open prefix, you have an open suffix, you craft on prefixes cannot be changed. Crafts mods suffixes cannot be changed, and then we wield Chaos Orb. So we hit a suffix. You have a 50% chance to hit a prefix or a suffix. Hit a suffix, and we didn't get dexterity. You could actually take this totem placement speed as well if you hit it, if you don't want to keep redoing this, because Awakener's Orb is about a div. But overall, this is the cheapest part of the craft. So if this is not what you want to go for dex, I would try to annul. If it fails, you have to recraft it. Not a huge deal because it's so cheap, but let's just get dexterity on here. That was a fail. Dex and int. Perfect. So now we hit our dex and int. We've got our suffixes done. You go into suffixes cannot be changed again, and this is where it gets expensive. So you need to reforge influence, and I believe it's a 1 in 16 chance to hit dexterity damage per 15 dex. Wow, that was laggy. The reforge influence is quite expensive. So this basically, if you have it right here, you don't have more currency, keep it like this and it's basically done. Craft on whatever you want, and you're good to go. If you were going for GG, you need one of the white life forces and the blue. You need 5,000 blue for each time. I believe it's around 2 to 3 div per try, not including the suffixes can't be changed. So it can add up a lot. It can be very expensive very quick. So yeah. Reforge influence, suffixes can't be changed. Reforge influence. And we didn't hit it. Damage per int, super sad. Damage per dex. There we go. Got it on the third try. If you're really lucky like me, you'll hit it on the Awakener Orb, but don't count on that. Anyways, now we've got the prefixes done. I would leave this crappy T10 ES on here because the odds of getting it back again are super low. Even if you lock suffixes and try to annul, I just don't think it's worth it. Because realistically, the only real thing you can do is slam it again and maybe get something better. Like, say here, I got T4 life. That was super lucky because that doesn't normally happen. But I would just go here, craft on, cold damage to attacks, or if you need anything else, craft something else on. craft life, whatever. But yeah, that's how you craft the amulet. Definitely, if you don't have, you know, a good amount of currency to spend on the reforges, it can add up quick. So I hit it first time in 3 tries. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You get the point. The odds of hitting it are quite low. 1 in 16, I believe. So the other thing too you have to take into account is if you get filled prefixes, you have to annul. So it's a little risky there. I hit it again. I don't know if that was 15 or what, but basically 1 in 16 to hit. If you get this, you basically craft on mana and you slam it again and hope for something decent. Yeah, that's how you craft the amulet for the deck stacker.